Over 30,000 years ago, humans domesticated the gray wolf, the common ancestor of the dog. So how do we get from this to this? Over time, the big bad wolf from our children's books grew into man's best friend, coming in just about every shape, size, color, and temperament imaginable. Dogs have changed, they've evolved, and we want to know why. The answer lies within DNA analysis. By confirming or refuting suspicions of underlying breeds, canine genetics explains why some dogs chase squirrels and others are happy to observe. And why some dogs come when they're called and others, well, join Bianca and Laura as we discover what lies beneath the puppy eyes, head tilts, and wagging tails. It's a tale worth barking about. It's Doggy DNA. Discover how Foggy the doggy, a curious and sensitive pup, joyfully fits right into Matt's family, bringing activity and therapeutic joy to their lives.
Foggy has really enhanced our lives. Like we're an active family. He's an active dog.
Dive into Storm's triumphant journey to finding her first ever comfort zone.
She's a pretty girl. She's always been a pretty girl.
The thoughtful story of Buddy, who finds her perfect match in Gabby's lively family.
We found the right dog that met our lifestyle, and it was a nice match.
My name is Matt O'Kell, and I'm here with my dog, Foggy the doggy.
Hey, welcome to the show, Matt.
Thanks so much.
Yeah.
Awesome to be here.
Yeah, it's great to have you here and really nice to meet you. And this
you.
is Foggy the doggy.
It is.
Oh, you got to tell me about that name. How did you come up with that name?
Oddly, we each wrote names on scrap pieces of paper.
Okay.
And both my son and I had written the same name.
Really?
And it was Foggy.
Okay.
But because it's rhymey, he ended up being full name Foggy the doggy.
Foggy the doggy.
Foggy the doggy.
So how did you meet Foggy?
We got him through a rescue agency locally here.
Okay.
We saw pictures, of course, on Instagram and stuff
Yeah.
of the different dogs that were arriving in town and that needed homes.
Yeah.
You know, we interviewed with them, and they wanted to make sure they found the right dog for our family. We have
Right.
two little ones at home. They said, you know, here's a picture, send us a picture and a video. And we said yes, like it was just
Instant.
instant, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really
Yeah,
cool.
he was just so cute and so tiny. And
And what was that first day like then bringing him home? Was he really like nervous?
he was nervous, but super cuddly. He like initially like crawled right up into our laps, and
Oh,
like
that's perfect.
I think he knew that there was love right away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He probably knew that he was home.
Foggy is the type of dog that if you're feeling sick or you're stressed, it's like it almost seems like he wants to take all the badness or all the stress in your life away. Foggy has really enhanced our lives. Like we're an active family already. He's an active dog, so we're a perfect match for each other, really. I wonder if he could have ever been trained to, you know, be a police dog or
Yeah.
something like that. You know, would have been neat. You know, watch
Yeah.
different movies like that.
Okay, so then that leads perfectly into why do you really want to get this DNA profile done?
Just so that we can better serve him. Like he's
Yeah.
doing such a good job for us and making us feel better and good and happy that we want to be able to help him get the attention that he needs. Do we need to be working
Right.
his senses, or
Yeah.
you know, he's also very agile, does a lot of running and jumping. So
Yeah.
like, do we need to be doing more of that kind of thing to keep things interesting for him,
Right.
and life interesting for him?
So
Yeah.
how long have you been sort of wanting to have this done? How long have you been
We
waiting?
debated right from the start. We realized right away like he was he had such a good sense of smell,
Yeah.
and that he was so fast,
Yeah.
and he was so agile that like we just had all these different ideas running through our heads of, you know, what kind of background he was,
Yeah.
and you know what his DNA makeup was.
Hi, Matt.
Hi there.
How are you?
I'm great.
Are you excited?
Yeah.
It's
Big
been
time.
a little bit of a wait.
A little bit,
Yeah.
and we've been thinking about doing it for a long time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's going to be fun to have some answers.
Big time.
So I'm gonna start with the lower percentage and
Okay.
work our way up.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
So coming in at a lower percentage at 44%. Golden Retriever.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah. And then one more at
Okay.
56% is Labrador Retriever.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so predominantly lab
Wild.
and almost half golden.
Oh my gosh. That's so interesting.
Yeah.
Foggy's heritage stretches back to the lush landscapes of the Scottish Highlands, the birth site of the Golden Retriever in the 1800s. The first Goldie arose after Sir Dudley Marjoribanks, a businessman and politician, crossed a yellow flat-coated retriever with the now extinct Tweed Water Spaniel. Once dedicated hunters, today Golden Retrievers are widely known as empathetic companions, attuned to the emotions of those they care about most. In Foggy, we see that sensibility and a love for life's adventures that honor his golden roots.
So how do you feel?
I'm surprised, but I'm very excited now to get playing with Foggy. And we have a friend of ours that they have a golden retriever, and we're like, maybe we should get them a little bit more playtime together.
What makes these results extra fun is that both the lab and the golden are both retrievers, so they both belong to a sporting group of dog. They're also really, really serious workers.
I can see that he also does appreciate the work. Like
Yeah.
he does like to vet. He's always using this good sense of smell
Yes.
everywhere he goes.
Yeah, and that comes into them retrieving, right? Both of
Yeah.
them being retrievers, they use their nose, find their, the prey or whatever, and then they
That
retrieve.
makes sense.
You were saying that Foggy could be like a really good police dog or something.
Well, that's what I was thinking. Like,
And you're on track with that. Search and rescue, he'd be, gold star. And they do fantastic in families, especially like active families that
Yeah.
like going on hikes or going for walks or going to the dog park or going to the beach because they love
Yeah.
to swim. All of those things are going to be key for Foggy
Perfect.
on a daily basis. And another thing that I wanted to talk about with Foggy is that both of those breeds have high levels of cognitive and emotional intelligence. You were saying that
Yeah.
you've noticed that he'll pick up on the vibe.
Yeah, he will
know?
totally,
Yeah.
totally. Either the stress, or if somebody's not feeling quite up to par.
You do see that in Labradors as well, Labrador Retrievers, because they make amazing therapy dogs. But so do Golden Retrievers. That kind of lined up for Foggy, the non-golden Golden Retriever. The mental aspect as well is going to be important for Foggy because he's a busy guy and
Yeah.
wants to move, but he also wants to work his brain. And so another thing, you guys are doing fantastic with the agility and the activeness. Another thing that you can add that also takes a lot less time for you are dog puzzles.
The time with Bianca was great. I learned so much, just in terms of not just Foggy's makeup or his DNA, but just what he needs and what is going to be best for him, and then how to progress with that.
Foggy the doggy's DNA profile was an interesting one because I would have thought he would have ended up being 100% Labrador Retriever. He looked just like a black lab, but just to spice up Matt's life, Foggy the doggy threw in some Golden Retriever.
So we'll create different puzzles around the house, maybe get one of these, puzzles that are specifically for dogs. But it also might be fun to get creative as a family and put a little something together, or get the kids together. And knowing Foggy's DNA as we do now and his makeup, I think I just look forward to good times ahead and learning more about him and what he can actually do and what he's capable of. It's just amazing, and I can't thank you folks enough. Like, it was such an experience.
Get ready to be swept away by Storm's surprising tale of triumph. Join us as we celebrate her unexpected journey on Doggy DNA.
My name is Maddie Fraser-Burke.
And I'm Daniel Sparrow, and we brought our dog Storm with us today.
Hi, Maddie. Hi, Laura. Welcome to the show.
Thanks. It's great to be here.
Well, tell me the story of how Storm came into your lives.
So Storm, I'm one with all the rescues, dog rescues, so I saw her beautiful picture online.
Yeah.
And I said, that's the cutest dog ever. I think the moment I realized she belonged to me was when I saw her picture on the rescues page Just she had this little look in her eyes, kind of like she was hiding and just peeking out. And I just felt like she was looking at us and she was our dog. The first day with Storm was a little nerve-wracking. I was shy. I think Storm was shy as well. We didn't know what background she was coming from. Was she going to be skittish? Was she going to be easygoing? So it was really just testing out certain things. But as soon as we put her in the car, she was ready to go. She laid down immediately. And we actually took her to see some friends that evening, and she was just easy breezy.
So how did you pick her name?
It was actually her name that was on the adoption site.
Okay.
And I thought because she has all these different colors and she does kind of look like a storm, that it just fit. So I didn't really want to change it.
So what are some of the things that you've grown to love over the last couple of years? Some of the favorite things about Storm?
I find she's really snuggly. Like she knows when you're having a bad day or a good day. She just kind of comes in. She actually takes over the bed with the pillows.
Okay.
So if there's like an inch of space beside you, she's like, oh, I can fit there.
Yeah.
And then she comes up, snuggles in, sits on your shoulder, and just kind of like makes a couple movements to like shove you out of the way.
Yeah.
But she does it because she wants to be included. She wants to be close to you.
Yeah.
She just wants to be there no matter what you're doing.
Yeah.
So she's always around, which is really nice.
Yeah, that's great. She's around, but she's also very aware.
Yeah, she doesn't miss a thing.
So why did you want to get the DNA profile done?
I wanted to learn a bit more about what makes Storm Storm. Why does she have the traits she has? I have my own intuition on what I think she is, but I know I could be way off.
Yeah.
I might think she looks a bit like an Australian Shepherd, but for all I know, she could be German Shepherd.
Yeah.
You know, her herding nature. She's always trying to tell us where to go in her own way. She always has to be the leader of the pack.
Yeah. The results are in. So the next thing we're going to do is have you talk to Bianca, our expert, and find out.
Very exciting.
Yeah.
Hi, Maddie and Daniel. How are we today?
Good.
Good.
Yeah. Are you guys looking forward to the results?
Very excited.
This one's a fun one.
Oh.
Yep, it is. So I'm going to start with the lower percentage, which is coming in at 11%. And Storm is 11% Great Pyrenees.
Oh.
Wow.
Yes.
Odd.
Surprising. Yeah.
Wouldn't have guessed.
Nope.
Those are big white fluffy dogs.
Yes,
Storm is
huge, over 100 pound. Yeah. Coming in second at 43%, we have a standard poodle.
Standard
Interesting.
That's what we were told.
Yeah?
Yeah.
They did say per poodle.
Okay, there we
I
go.
didn't believe them. at
Yes,
all.
43%. And then coming in at 46%, so she is predominantly German Shepherd.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah.
That's
So there's
really
no
cool.
Catahoula in there at all.
No,
Wow.
German Shepherd, Poodle, and Great Pyrenees.
Originating in 16th century Europe, Standard poodles were bred as water retrievers, their coats famously trimmed to enhance swimming abilities. Renowned for their intelligence, Storm's social nature and intuitive behavior reflect traits common to her lineage. Her presence also harkens back to her roots, carrying herself boldly and proudly like only the Standard poodle can. Today, the breed is associated with elegance, poise, and drama, earning it a distinguished reputation within the canine community, one that is upheld by Storm's bouncy, bright energy.
I think I was really surprised with the results. I was almost certain she was going to be Australian Shepherd, and the fact that there was none of that threw me for a loop. The Great Pyrenees, I did not see coming. I guess I can get it now because she's a little lazy. She likes to sleep in. She likes to cuddle. She's kind of a big floof ball, even though she's not in size-wise. And the German Shepherd, I mean, she has a good nose. She knows when you're cooking. She knows when you've come home from seeing another dog or a cat. She's all over you. I think those were the two big surprises for me. I mean, the poodle, she's a pretty girl. She's always been a pretty girl, so that just kind of makes sense in itself, the way she walks, the way she carries herself.
And the fun thing about all three of those breeds is they all kind of fall into different categories. And so we have the German Shepherd, that is a herding breed. They fall into the herding breed of dogs. We have the Standard Poodle, which is considered a non-sporting dog. So that doesn't necessarily mean that they're not athletic, because Standard Poodles do have a very elegant athleticism to them. And then we have the
would
Great
agree.
Pyrenees that comes in as a working dog. So really high work ethic, often really good watchdog capabilities as well. Do you find that with her, that she'll usually alert you if there's something that she perceives as a potential threat?
Yeah, I think she's pretty high alert.
I did talk to Daniel and Maddie about how the poodle tends to have a little bit of a sensitive side. So we do have some conflicting personality traits there, where the German Shepherd is very bold and hear me roar, where the standard poodle can be a little bit more sensitive. Standard poodles can very often get extremely stressed out and extremely emotional in moments of a lot of chaos and a lot of noise. And I did notice that in Storm as well. She really does need her space to be quite zen for her to be relaxed. And that is so typical of standard poodles. They're 100% empaths. You're upset, they tend to really know that you're upset. They make fantastic, therapy dogs for that reason, right? It's really important with standard poodles to start training young, because the chaos and loud noises or something that they might perceive as stressful is really going to affect them emotionally. So training them young and continuing that training as they get older to help increase their confidence so that they don't crumble when they get emotional and nervous. Little tiny, spurts of training sessions at home where you can even just do simple things, sit, stay, give me paw, lay down, and then reward her successes. Those are really going to be key at raising her confidence. Is there anything that you guys do at home with her in regards to training or work with her?
Usually all of the above.
All of the above.
I think the only things I'd want to add is just she really is as sweet as she appears to be. She's great with people. She's always excited at dog parks, and she's really just trying to be the best version of herself.
Coming up, join us as we delve into the thoughtful nature and dynamic energy of Buddy. Her adventurous spirit is bound to captivate and inspire.
My name is Gabrielle Riley Gallagher. Most people call me Gabby, and I brought with me today my dog, Buddy.
Hi, Gabby.
Hi.
Welcome to the dog living room.
Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah, and welcome, Buddy. So, Gabby, I'm really curious about how this beautiful girl came into your life.
We've had Buddy about 3 years, so we adopted her in 2020. She was about 9 months old when we got her. I had good friends who adopted through an organization that rescues dogs in Texas. And so we started looking. We knew what we were looking for in a dog that would be happy to be outside with our family, and we spent a lot of time outside. Buddy came up and met the match.
So tell me some of the things that you really have grown to love about Buddy.
Things that I love are that when she is comfortable, she's so snuggly. Yeah. She's just a little snuggle nugget. Any of the tail tuck or ears down when she's shy and anxious, when she's outside on a trail running, you just see her come alive. The first week we had her, she would barely come out of the kennel. So she's come a long way.
So Gabby, why did you want to get the DNA profile done on Buddy?
One thing that really strikes me with all rescue dogs is that there's so much that you have to accept you'll just never know about your dog. The opportunity to get to learn and have just like that much more insight on who they are gives us more insight on how to best support her. It explains some of her habits or personality traits.
Well, Gabby and Buddy, the results are in. I'm very excited for you to get to talk to Bianca, our expert, next and find out all about Buddy.
Thank you so much. We're really excited.
Hi, Gabrielle.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm great. I'm very excited.
And Buddy must be excited for her results.
I think
perhaps.
so.
Yeah. And I'm going to start with one that's coming in at the lowest at 9%.
Okay.
We have a German Shepherd.
Oh, I almost thought that was going to be a higher percent.
And there is one more in there that's going to be a little bit of a surprise, coming in at 17%. So even higher than the German Shepherd.
Yeah.
We have a Siberian Husky.
Oh, wow.
On the opposite end, we have the highest percent coming in at 74%.
Border Collie.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Tracing the roots of Buddy's Border Collie heritage will eventually lead to one of her most celebrated ancestors, Old Hemp. Born in England during the late 1800s, Old Hemp revolutionized herding with his unique style, employing a technique known as the eye, in which he used intense eye contact to gently steer and herd his flocks. While Buddy may have found great success as a sheepdog in Old Hemp's era, it's clear herding her loving family is where she finds happiness today.
So what do you think, Gabrielle?
It'll take me a while to process it all, but I feel like it really adds up to who Buddy is and the things that we've observed about her. The Border Collie explains a lot about, like, she's so agile. We take her in the woods a lot, trail running. She just is so stealthy. The Husky, which is I didn't see that coming, but she likes when we're all together. If we're in the woods, it's not like she'll go run off far ahead or far behind. She's always like circling, which I think is more of like a shepherd type of, and Border Collie at times.
German Shepherd and the Border Collie in her really gonna show that really strong kind of herding aspects. You know, the Husky also has a lot of those traits of loyalty. They love having their family together, and they really do feel the most secure when they have their people together. Border Collies thrive in agility. The more complex and the more complicated, the better. So you can really do some things with her that are more complicated. A lot of other dogs may not get these kind of things where she will like that, right?
The kids have even set up obstacle courses in the backyard, and she loves it.
Yeah. Another aspect with Buddy is doing these kind of training and agility and stuff like that is going to be really good for her confidence. I think that's kind of like, you know, not specific to just Buddy, but specific to dogs like Buddy that are a little more reserved. Border Collies tend to have this thing called the herding stare or the Border Collie stare. And it's a very intense, kind of wide-eyed, almost like a glare. Do you find she has that?
Yeah, there's two things that I think are Border Collie traits. One of them, she'll do the play bow.
Yeah.
And then the other is sometimes when we're on a trail and if there's someone or something coming that I may not even see it, she gets down in that.
The crouch?
Yeah, the crouch. Is that what?
100%.
Yeah.
And if you were to put her in herding trials, because you can do that, you can literally get her into kind of training sessions where she can actually herd. And I guarantee you probably wouldn't even have to train her. You could just put her out there and she'd probably go right to it. And you'll see a lot of these Border Collies do that crouch down to the ground. And then they'll move really fast and then crouch down to the ground. Yeah. And then they use that stare. Do you find that she has
it's intimidating.
It's intimidating, it's intense, but it goes right down to the Border Collie's kind of genetics. Buddy definitely is going to need some positive reinforcement, a gentle hand, a lot of positive reinforcement, no negative reinforcement, because I feel like that would be too much for her sensitive little self.
It's so exciting getting to find out more about Buddy, hearing more about the things that we would never have found out. Bianca was so informative and gave me such good tricks and insight on where I can challenge her more and where I'm doing a good job of just meeting her where she's at, and the positive reinforcement for her personality.